G'day, this is John Bowe and I've called into Grays Online to have a look at the cars that are being auctioned this week. The auction closes at Wednesday 8:30 p.m. so get online and have a look. But this car took my fancy because I grew up in Devonport in Tasmania. My dad used to be a salesman at the Holden dealer and he sold these cars when they were new. It's an HD 3-speed manual on the column. It's a 179 6-cylinder engine, and they were kind of groundbreaking when they were new because they followed the EH and they were pre the HR. The HR and the EH were very popular at the time, but these now have become quite collectible. There's not that many of them left, and this is a really nice sample. It's very, very good condition. It's been restored, of course, but the trim is in original condition. It's got beaut seats. Very nice original car. So anybody that wants a family car for weekend cruising, you could do a lot worse than this. So they came out with a 179 6-cylinder engine, and this has been upgraded to 186, which is the same size as the HR had. It's standard, as you can see, single carburetor, normal single exhaust. It hasn't been hot rodded, which is the case with a lot of old cars now. So 1965 HD 3-speed manual Holden Special. So pretty unique nowadays. Now, very rarely do you find original trim in a car of this age, and it's in really good nick, so it's obviously been looked after. The steering wheel's good. Quite often they get particularly daggy. The dash pad, which used to crack, that's in good condition. It's probably a lot of rare spares bits in this car, I reckon. That's a free plug for rare spares. So it's got an extra little gauge there that's water temp, but it's very standard, which I like. I particularly like standard cars of the era. I'm not one for hot rodded cars, even though as a boy I was. So we'll give her a nice tight gear shift. How many people have driven one of these, I wonder? Nice, nice. First is back and down. I actually learned to drive in one of these. My dad taught me, and I used to drive up and down the driveway at our house as a little boy. This is what families used to drive back in the day. So it's 55 years old. How amazing is that? And it drives well. You'd notice like the steering wheel is quite small compared to modern cars, but it's quiet. 6-cylinder, beautiful 6-cylinder balance. Everything was an option back then. Like, as you notice, it hasn't got a radio, they were an option. And it hasn't got a heater, so how's that, eh? You have to bring your knee rug if it was cold. How quiet is it? It's good, isn't it? So when these were new, my dad in Tassie, so I grew up, for part of my story, I grew up in Devonport. My dad worked at the Holden dealer and was a salesman. He used to sell these. Always got a tow bar fitted to his demo, and of course he towed his racing car, which is where I got the bug from. I sort of inherited it somehow. So I've been in motor racing ever since I was a little kid. I can remember, you know, we'd be going to Symonds Plains with a trailer on the back and his little MG Special, changing back to second to get up the hill. Brings back a lot of memories, this car. No synchro on first gear. When I was learning to drive, I learned how to change back into first gear without crunching the gears. I'm not sure I should try it now. Probably crunch the gears. So there you have it, 1965 HD Holden Special sedan, 55 years old, and it drives like a dream. Honestly, it's so much fun. I like driving it, I like the way it feels, I like the quietness of it. It's just a beaut family cruiser. I can't believe it's 55 years old.